No, how's the booth going today?
Baruch Hashem.
Good.
We've seen real Mesiras Nefesh. In this cold, people are rolling up their sleeves and rapping. There's no one's afraid. There's no
It's
fear.
amazing. I'm looking at you, I'm seeing Mesiras Nefesh.
Well, the
Yeah,
hat is good.
Chassid.
It keeps you warm.
The ears, that's Mesiras Nefesh. That looks like a Mesiras Nefesh for me.
All right, look at that. It just gets better, huh?
Oh, it's right there. Very good.
No one could suspect.
Pulled it out.
There you go.
See, not even for a minute.
I'm prepared.
What are your feelings today about the Moshiach situation? Is it happening? Is it today? Are we losing patience? Is it what's going on today about it?
You know, that's a very good question because we really should be thinking every moment, what's with Moshiach? What's the story? My question is, am I asking myself enough, what's with the story? That is the question. Am I concerned about where is Moshiach? Is that bothering me? So I can't say that it's the front burner of my mind, which is probably the issue. Moshiach is a bit too much in back burner.
You think? It's interesting. I also feel that way sometimes. Like Moshiach is a little bit this thing which like, yeah, okay, I guess, whatever,
It's like a
whenever.
constant, you know, when something's a constant, you don't think about it.
Right.
You know?
And we're Lubavitchers and we're so much about...
The truth is, everything we do is Moshiach. We're doing tefillin booth.
Right.
We're talking to Yidden,
Right.
standing in a freezing cold. Yeah.
No.
Right, but is it in our mind though?
Right.
Is it conscious? Are we conscious or subconscious? That's it. That's what we got, Moshiach consciousness, right? I think we got to bring a Moshiach consciousness to the world, not just to us. I think it's the message that we're pushing. You know, the Rebbe Sichus is very important. Obviously, yes, the Rebbe spoke about it. But how are we hitting the goyim? Are we getting out there to the greater world? I think once in the world we can get the masses, then Moshiach, that's it. You know, in this world, everybody has a different piece of the puzzle.
True.
So if you get stuck on other pieces, which are very important pieces,
Right.
you can lose track of your own piece.
Correct.
You know,
So, in that sense...
my focus is that the Chabadskas should stay strong. But there are people there. Their focus should be the Goyim.
True, 100%. Look, I'll tell you what, in that sense, you are definitely doing your part to bring Moshiach, because you're keeping things strong. I guess my part might have something to do with a microphone. I'm coming up to you and asking some questions.
It's all
so,
look, this is Mesiras Nefesh right here. Guys, it's 30 degrees outside. He's
freezing, and here he goes. He put some tefillin.
This is real, guys.
Amazing.
This is not just going to your cozy shul, and having a coffee and putting on film. This is real. This is outside
out
in the street. This is a real deal.
Mashiach is real as long as you make it real. So for me, it feels very much real because it's a part of my day-to-day life, part of my every moment. You learn with Bachrim, especially if you go to yeshiva like Wilkes-Barre. The people over there, everyone over there lives in a Mashiach life. The chayis, the warmth that they have. You look at them, you wouldn't even know that they're Jewish sometimes.
Wow.
But you talk to them, you let them open up. Next thing you know, they make you.
Yes.
They make you believers. Wow. They're the reason why I put on tefillin today. Before when I put on tefillin, it's out of habit. You know, you're used to it.
Right.
That's the way you grew up. But then you go and you learn with them, and then they ask you, why should I put on tefillin?
Right.
Which makes you question the whole reason why you're doing everything in the first place.
Right.
And the same thing applies with Mashiach. Everyone's raised, we want Mashiach now. And then when they ask you, what's it mean? Why should I care about it?
Right.
That makes you think, why should you care about it? And then you
point.
study it more deeply, and you learn the Rebbe's Sichos, the Rebbe's Maimarim, and then you see what it means to the Rebbe. How could you not get sucked into it?
Right.
It's amazing. Now is the right time to ask the question. Right now we're approaching Yud Shvat. Again, when we do things, it's things that were repeated every year. Right? Niskarim B'Nasim, but not remembering the way it was before. Every year we have to add more and more. So we're going to have a great Farbrengen Shabbos before Yud Shvat, and we're going to go discuss between ourselves, between the Chaver Chassidim, and we're going to strengthen ourselves, because that's how it works. The Chassidim come together, they say L'chaim, and warms himself up, and then the Yetzer Hara is going to take away that callousness that covers over and makes that you don't feel it, and it becomes a habit, day-to-day thing.
Right.
And rather, you're going to feel that thing new every single day. It says, right? Everything is new every single day.
So have in
It's only
mind...
the Yetzer Hara that covers it over.
Right.
So when you go in Farbrengen, you say L'chaim, you take out that shell, you open up to others, you'll be able to feel it new. And it's going to be alive for you.
Right.
Draw inspiration from the source. The source is the Rebbe. Learn the Rebbe's Maimarim, Rebbe Sichos, Farbrengen with Chassidim.
Yes.
You do whatever you have to do. Do whatever the Rebbe says you have to do for the upcoming Yilul of Yud Shvat. If you're the Rebbe, you do what the Rebbe says to do for his Rebbe. We do it for our Rebbe.
Yes.
Everything works out. Put Patachin, have
100%.
trust in the Rebbe, have trust in the Eibush there. Everything works out the way it needs
Excellent. Shkoyach, what are you feeling about the snow situation?
There's a word that Reb Zusha Willem our Menal, Rosh Yeshiva, and all the Torah gave us a vart, the kasher to the Shnei.
Yeah.
And it's actually Ashkacha Pratis because when I woke up today in the morning, I thought about the vart, I thought about Rabbi Zusha, and I went to Daman in his house.
Wow.
He speaks about the idea of why the snow is white, and we say it every day in Davening in Halalukas. Selek Katzemer, why, Katzemer, why is it white? Maybe she could have made, we speak about today's Rambam also, Likasher, but there's 4 types of Nagaim, whites, and the most white is snow. The Rambam speaks about it today in Tzaras. So the Nakuda he was bringing out to the Bachim was is that when you wake up in the morning and imagine, he said the snow would be black, you're not going to want to get up, you're going to feel all icky, whatever.
Interesting.
So he gave us like
wow.
It's white outside,
So
it's
even
lichtig, even, it's not dark, it's licht. So I would just keep it short, 2 things. One is that Moshiach, you can't forget that it's a person. We're waiting for a person to come, Moshiach. It's a human being. It's not a hocus pocus. It's not something a theoretical. It's a real thing. Rabbi Helder soll sein gesund, the Rosh Kollel, he verbringt Shabbos for the Bachrim, 770, and he mentioned the idea of Geula. So you have Mashiach, which is a person, and he said Geula is jeder Zach was du tust. He said you have a Bacha that's going to give a Mashiach shir, but if he davens a fast maitiv, you want to give a Mashiach shir, you want to bring Geula. So he said Geula is bringing Elikus in Welt.
Oh.
So you're chopping up a maitiv for the pizza, he said. So the same thing is that you can't forget that Mashiach is a person, that we have to bring the Geula, which together we have to bring this Galus of the Eibishter Welt, which is anything you're doing with time, making a bracha, whatever it is, das is Geula. It's not, there's a means to an end, but there's what you're doing right now, das is Geula. So you're living Geula every moment.
Oh.
The Beinani is a Beinani moment. That's Alter Rebbe's Chiddush. People say, I can never be a Beinani, but the Alter Rebbe says that you could be a Beinani.
Yes.
If you live your life in a moment, every moment is Machshava Divrei Maisa is the Zabazach is Geula.
Every time you got a goal, so you're a Beinani.
Yes.
The Zabazach is Geula, and Rabbi Lazar, if I bring, whatever, there's a
Very
Yutas
interesting.
Kislev, he mentioned the idea of Gehenim doesn't exist. Same Nakuda. If you're living in Gehenim, if you think, and if you do believe Gehenim is in Elam Hazar.
Right.
It doesn't exist.
So, actually, it's interesting.
Real. It's every single thing you do. Das is Geula. Life Lebanon. We had a subject in Australia, Yeshiva G'dayla, the Shliach, one of the Balabatim, Rabbi Slavin. He's a Shliach, but he's also in Elam Hazar. He's a businessman at Bali Sek. He's put together, and so this concept came up of Mashiach. And the guy, you hear from somebody, he said it very simple, and I heard it from a few people, but he brought it out in a certain Nakuda, that when somebody's not comfortable with it himself, he's not comfortable with saying it over to other people, he's not comfortable when people speak about it around him, because you yourself are not comfortable because you don't know anything.
True.
So if a guy is not living with Mashiach and he doesn't believe his own Rebbe is Mashiach, so of course when he hears the letter, it's a 4-letter word. It's a scary word, Mashiach. So if you say it in your conversation, you're a Mashiachist.
I hear.
If you're not comfortable with it, yeah, but if a person has...
Let me ask you a few side questions about that, because that's it's true.
Every person has to say his Rebbe is Mashiach. That's stating Gemara Sanhedrin. So you're a chassid of your Rebbe, you believe your Rebbe is Mashiach. There's no problem that somebody else will say his Rebbe is Mashiach. I was in
so how does that work out ultimately?
Otherwise, you think somebody else is Mashiach, so you're Mekusher to somebody else. In his way, you learn your Rebbe's Torah.
And how does that work out in the end? Because if these Yidden say
I'm not here to
this
convince
person...
you. I'm not here to go somebody on my time and then tell him, convince him. And if a guy, I was speaking to a Chavra man in Flatbush, sat with a guy, and came up this whole idea of Mashiach, Rebbe Mashiach.
They sometimes come to Chassidim and they ask these questions, and they, I've had some experiences like that myself.
He said you should hear the way Rabbi Yoel has the Rabbi Yoel about Mashiach. No problem. Do had a recording from the Rebbe. We'll make a chalifin. All of a sudden, the guy was all, "What are you afraid of? I'm ready to listen to whatever you want. I'm ready to learn this Torah." I'm not saying everybody's different, but I'm saying that in the Kudah, there's a recording of the Rebbe. There's a Meiser Rav. The Rebbe says that the Alter Rebbe had this Indian also, that people came to the Alter Rebbe and misnagged him, and they're like, you guys think Dein Chevra is Mashiach.
Right.
So the Alter Rebbe answered that when Mashiach would come in, he said a lashon that it's better that he should be a misnaged. That's a lashon azay, because you guys are not gonna want to leave Gaulish or something like that. There's a recording. There's a Ma'aser Av. I don't want to mix it up.
Something like that, yeah.
But the Rebbe was saying the Nekuda is, let him come already. Let him, because if he's a Lubavitch, you guys are not gonna want to, he came from Gaulish.
And
let him come and let us go out of Gaulish, Zayn,
And you know what? I wonder if nowadays if we're willing to, so to speak, put our money where our mouth is in that regard, because the Alter Rebbe said Moshiach might be a misnaged because the other Yidden might not accept him, but Chassidim would accept whoever he is and say, yeah, let's go to Geula. No, Eba Zay Takeh.
Mit the Pesach, you say you tell the Rasha, you come to the Seder, but if you would have been there, you wouldn't like. What are you telling the guy? Come to the Seder and if you would have been there, you wouldn't. The Rebbe says, Darten war nicht da rausgegangen, but there's no. So it doesn't make a difference who, what, when. We're gonna all get out of Gaulish, and it starts with going out of your own Gaulish Pnim. Ilu are you? Aveda is right, Mavdilim. When I say Mavdilim, Benechem Venelekechem, Chata Sechem, we say it in Musaf that Godinu Maratzenu, just nice little practice, get stuff that we could do from Sumer Amasitoiv, and you didn't have Chidduch Havshus, whether you like it or not. Mashenkin. They don't have Chidduch Havshus, so a Yid Bedas Tacht in the Nelam Hazet has to do whatever he could do not to be Merachik.
Right.
Not to be Merachik. Saim Sumera and Asi Toiv. And the main thing is to focus on Asi Toiv, not Sumera.
Yes.
Was noch mehr a bissel bringing Gul and Welt, Alikus, and Chas V'Shalom not to be Menachik, which is something in your hands. There's a Haftarah that uses the Lashon Achayim B'Yadayim.
Yes.
So you're thinking to yourself, what state that is the Quran 20? What's it? In the Kudan Haftarah, you use the Lashon of Achayim B'Yadayim as the Lebanon is in the hand.
Yeah.
So you're telling yourself, what haste the Lebanon is in your hand? So you tell somebody today, your Lebanon is in your hand. You tell them you have a phone. The guy to 11, your head could be your meshukah, and you could be exposed to everything. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to do anything. You could live in your chveis.
Right.
So today you could use that in of Chaim B'Yadayim, and the Zabazach is the way a person wants to decide his Chaim is in his hands.
Right.
No matter, no one tells you to not get a phone or to get a phone. The question is if you want to be meshubed, Ta'ilam Hazah to your phone. You could that you nobody's forcing us, nobody's not forcing us, and the mysterious nefesh today is to live to be a Yid. You want to be a Yid, das is mysterious nefesh, not to die to be a Yid.
Right.
That's over. To live, he's Siddharth says, and the old-fashioned Yid, das is mysterious nefesh.
Good, shkoyach, and you're definitely showing us mysterious nefesh right here out in this cold. Putting on film with Eden.
Rabbi Kogan in Russia told us, you think
this is Mesiris
Nefesh? He's like, I gave somebody this, I gave him that, I didn't sleep, I didn't need that. Das is, by us, das is given, he trained us.
For us spoiled Americans, this is Mesiris
Nefesh. This is regular.
How are you feeling today about Moshiach coming any day, any second, any minute? How are you feeling today about that? You're excited, it's happening? Are you like, oh my gosh, it's taking so long, why isn't he coming yet? How are you feeling about that?
Well, I feel really excited.
You think he's actually coming and you're like, you're excited, he's coming right now any second?
Yeah.
That's great. What do you think we could do so that we can all feel excited like you? Because sometimes some of us feel like, oh, it's taking so long, and another day we're saying Moshiach is coming, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming, but we want him to come already. What do you think we can do about that?
Give tzedakah.
That's true. That's a very good thing. You have any other good ideas? Tzedakah brings Moshiach. What else?
Help your neighbor clean up the snow.
Very, very good. That's a very, very good idea. You're teaching him well. Very good. Excellent. Thank you so much. What's your first name? Maisha. Thank you very much for answering our questions today, okay? You have yourself a wonderful Shabbos, Mirza Hashem. All right. Sei gesund. You too. Hatzlacha Rabba.
Feel the best.
Good? You happy about it?
Good. I'm happy, thank God.
Thank God. Amazing. How are you feeling about Moshiach coming today, right now? Is it happening or what? Now? Excellent. Shkoyach, have a good Shabbos. So how are you feeling about Moshiach actually coming any day, any minute? Are you feeling like excited? Yes, it's happening. Or are you feeling like, oh, it's taking so long? When does it happen? You're pumped? Awesome. You, how are you feeling?
Good.
Good?
Yep.
What can you help another fellow Yid living down the street or down the block or a classmate or maybe even this Yid standing right in front of you who sometimes feels like, we say Moshiach is coming, he's coming, we're excited, but like he has to come already, and like what's the story? What are we just going to keep going on another day and another day saying he's coming?
Do your part. You have work, do your part. Show him do his. Everyone has to do their part, and that's how Moshiach's gonna come.
Very good. I think you're 100% right. What do you think about that?
That you gotta do what you gotta do to bring Moshiach closer, and through that, he'll come.
How do you feel how much we're actually doing all our part? I mean, surely if we all did our part, he would have come by now. And so many years have passed since, we saw the Rebbe and we heard the Rebbe. What else do we need to be doing that he could already be coming already?
Just continue what you're doing, and it'll come.
And we said that yesterday, and we said that last week,
I know.
and we said that a month ago.
We have to just believe, and then.
Okay, I like this guy's spirit. Oh, what's the message? Oh, amazing. What do you think about Taka the Moshiach situation? We're waiting. He's supposed to come, but we said that yesterday. Are we going to say that tomorrow also?
But we also say the same thing about Heidberg Tan Shuba. I said it yesterday. Aber Heid menig is met an emes. The Rebbe says the same thing. When we mean it sincerely, he means it sincerely. Have a good Shabbos.
Shkoyach, what do you think is the inner message about the snow? We definitely have a lesson we can learn from it. Any ideas?
The inner message of snow. For me, it always strikes me how snow can come in an instant overnight when nobody's looking.
True.
And then the next minute you look out the window and it's covered everything, and everything is beautiful. And everything looks different.
Wow. So overnight?
You took a sleep overnight, and then you open your eyes and look out the window and you're in a new world.
I love that.
Things
That's
can
amazing.
happen.
Amazing. And aren't we looking forward to that, right?
Yeah.
From one minute to the other, Moshiach should be right here.
Yeah.
What do you think we can do to make that happen? Moshiach should come already.
Don't worry, be happy, that kind of thing.
I love that. That's amazing. Shkoyach, thank you so much.
Start it.
Yes.
Start living it.
Oh, when we live Moshiach, then it happens.
Live, and yeah.
Very good. Very, very good.
Hashem
Shkoyach.
is waiting, Hashem didn't change. It's on our side, really. It's only on our side.
Right. So let's do our part.
Yeah.
Excellent. Shkoyach. We're waiting for Moshiach to come. We're waiting. We're saying he's coming. But like, when is he actually going to... Is it for real or is it just a fairy tale?
I think we need more Jewish unity.
That's true. I agree. That's a very important thing.
Coming together.
I agree.
Especially in this time right now, everyone's trying to come after us. You gotta be more unified.
True, 100%. All right, I'm down for that. Let's do that. All right, Shkoyach, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Have a great Shabbos. What is the inner message about the snow?
Snow?
Yeah.
The pasuk says that snow shows on that the Rebbeishter is mechaper on all the avenis.
Oh, when do you think that'll happen? We say Moshiach is coming. He's
already here. The fact that you're doing this is the best proof that Moshiach is here.
Oh, thank you.
Modern technology is the best proof.
Shkoyach, thank you so much. Good night of Shabbos. Think we could do to Taka bring Moshiach already?
Honestly, we could shovel up the snow. We could help the old people cross the streets, and Moshiach will come.
And he doesn't beat around the bush. He goes straight to the point. You're right, 100%.
Let's get the ice off the cars, clean up the streets so the Moshiach can walk.
That's it. Maybe that's all. He's just waiting with his car. He's stuck behind the snow. We just gotta clean it up. Okay, Shkoyach. We just have to add another act of goodness and kindness. That's it. Shkoyach, thank you.